Hello, association executives. My name is Urs Koenig. How do you create events for your members that are memorable, inspiring, energizing, and lets them go at the end of the event? That was amazing. And now I have no nonsense, tangible takeaways I can immediately implement on Monday morning with my teams. As someone who's been in the leadership trenches for 35 years, as a commander of complex international military peacekeeping operations around the globe, in ultra-endurance competition, in business and academia, I work closely with you to craft a message, a keynote, a breakout, a workshop that truly addresses the pain points and needs of your members and picks them up right where they are. In this video, I put a few clips together of me on stage to give you a sense for my style and my message. I'd love to hop on a quick call and explore specifics. Enjoy.
With the world changing at an alarming rate, we can absolutely not rely on the same old models of doing business, the same old models of leading our teams and expect good outcomes. The challenges our organizations are facing have never been more difficult. The challenges we're facing as leaders have never been more complex. How can we shift from what we did back then to what we need to do now? How can we apply fresh, new leadership to change the outcome for the better? Today, I am so excited to share 5 fresh and unconventional ideas with you on how we can lead to win in this messy world. I call them the 5 shifts of then to now leadership. And the best part is, we don't need to lead a large organization or have a fancy title to benefit from these shifts. Shift number 1, the leadership funeral. We all can have the courage to let go of outdated then beliefs and embrace more relevant, more useful now beliefs. Everything's changing. Our taste in fashion, our diets, how we interact with each other, how we work together. And then there's of course J-Lo, who never seems to change. Shift number 3, toughen results, tender on people. Toughen results, tender on people means holding our people to the highest standards while building deep and meaningful relationships with them. Being both tough and tender, having both high touch and high standards is the ultimate yin-yang of leadership. Dale Carnegie makes the concept come alive beautifully with a story about the test pilot Bob Hoover. Bob Hoover was returning from an air show in LA back to his home base in San Diego when all of a sudden, mid-air, the engine of the World War II propeller plane stopped working. With some deft maneuvering, he was able to emergency land the plane, but it was badly damaged. Upon exiting the aircraft, the first course of action he took was to inspect the fuel. And just as he suspected, the World War II propeller plane was filled with jet fuel versus gasoline. That's about the same thing as if we would fill our cars with orange juice. Upon returning to the airbase in San Diego, Hoover asked to speak to the mechanic who serviced his plane. The young man was sick with agony. Tears streamed down his face. He just had caused the loss of an expensive aircraft. He could have caused the loss of 3 lives. Nobody would have blamed Hoover for ripping into the mechanic for his carelessness. But Hoover did none of that. Instead, he put his big arm around the mechanic's shoulder, looked at him sternly, and said, "To show you that I'm sure you never ever do this again, I want you to serve my F-51 tomorrow." By using this calm, empathetic, yet very to-the-point way of communicating, Hoover made it safe for the mechanic to own his mistake and make good on it. Toughen results, tender on people. Can I have a show of hands? How many people do we have who enjoy working in the garden? Okay, about half of the people. As you all know, as a gardener, you can't actually make plants grow. Much like none of us and none of our leaders, we can't actually make our people do stuff. But what we can and what we must do when we lead like a gardener is to plant the right seedlings at the right time, in the right spot, provide a nurturing environment by watering, weeding, keeping pests out so that our plants, our people can flourish. Psychological safety does not mean standing around in a circle holding hands singing Kumbaya. A culture of psychological safety is a culture where people feel safe to ask questions, raise concerns or doubt without being shamed or worse, threatening their career. While these shifts are still fresh in our minds, let's over the next 3 days commit to one shift, one action, ever so small. Let's all right here, right now, shift our leadership from then to now. If you can do that, if I can do that, if we can all do that together, then I'm convinced our finest days as leaders are still ahead of us. Thank you.
I hope these clips gave you a sense for my timely message for all of us in leadership. I look forward to hearing from you and help you make your event a smashing success. Thank you.